AMHERST It keeps getting worse and worse for the UMass men's basketball team, who just suffered their third straight loss to Fordham. The Rams defeated the Minutemen 85-67 on Wednesday night, sinking them to the bottom of the Atlantic 10 standings. "As a head coach, I've never been a part of that disappointing of a performance," McCall said. "We played like the worst team in the Atlantic 10, and that's what we are right now." This was the Rams' first conference win. Prior to the game, UMass was just ahead of Fordham in the conference standings, but sloppy basketball on both ends of the floor secured its last-place spot. The Minutemen struggled to control the ball without their star point guard Louis Pipkins, who was out with a hamstring injury that he suffered during their February 2 matchup with St. Joseph's. "If he's not the best point guard in the conference, he's one of them," Fordham head coach Jeff Neubauer said. UMass went into halftime with a 21-point deficit after giving up 47 points, and at one point the Rams extended their lead to as much as 30. The hole proved too difficult for the short-handed Minutemen to claw out of, as they were only able to make small dents in the Rams' lead. UMass never managed to get within single digits through the rest of the game. The Minutemen were hurting themselves with their lack of ball security. They turned over the ball 15 times, 11 of which came in the first half. The Rams capitalized, scoring 23 points off of UMass turnovers. "We don't value the ball enough, and it's costing us games," McCall said. Carl Pierre took over Pipkins' role as the leading scorer for UMass, and finished with 19 points. The sophomore shot 7 for 11 and sunk 5 deep balls. Unique McLean had the best all-around game for any player donning the Massachusetts white and maroon. He finished with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 blocked shot and 1 steal. McLean played 28 minutes off the bench. Rashawn Holloway and Jerry Baptiste got the starting nods, and had a combined 5 points on 3 shot attempts, 5 rebounds and 3 turnovers. Earlier in the season, McCall made it a point of emphasis to get Holloway more looks on the inside. He even referred to his big man as the most dominant player in the A10. Holloway is coming off his best game of the season, where he put up 23 points and grabbed 12 boards against St. Joseph's. If there is one positive for Minutemen, it would be how many times they went to the charity stripe. They took 22 free throws and only missed 3. Fordham had 4 players hit double figures. Antoine Portley had a game-high 22 points. Nick Honor had 18 points and 6 assists, Shuba Ohams netted 13 points, and Jesse Bunting finished with 12 points. The Rams, 10-12, won to 8-10, finished with 6 total turnovers, and the starting 5 only had 2. The backcourt took great care of the ball and didn't turn it over at all. The schedule only gets tougher from here for the Minutemen, 8-15, 1-9 A10, as they host Davidson on Saturday. Davidson, 17-5, 8-1 A10, is at the top of the Atlantic 10 standings. McCall points the finger at himself for the losing culture that's getting associated with UMass basketball. "The blame can go to me. I'm doing a bad job of getting through to these guys on how important to bring it every day. I'm doing a bad job of motivating them. I'm doing a bad job on explaining to them that being a part of this program is a privilege, and not a right," the second-year head coach later added. "We don't take pride for being at UMass. We have the best practice facility in the Atlantic 10. But we don't care, we don't deserve to practice in that facility, and we're not going to."